So let's just take a look at some code that allows us to edit entries in a table. And a quick and easy way to get your mind around this is to just generate a application that has that master detail application style. We looked at this the first week of class. We did our tire kicking with this, but we really didn't look at the code that was generated. So quite a bit of that code now you're going to understand, because you're going to see that data source implementation in there. But there's some additional delegate methods that are implemented that give us the editing. So I'm just going to click through this, and we'll call this table edit demo. And just to review the behavior we get by default, you'll remember it pops up an empty table, and over on the far upper right is this plus, and it puts new data into our model. It's basically date stamps, and then we click on them, it segues to the detail. So all of that part of this program is implemented exactly like the demonstrations we did already in static view and dynamic. So 90% of this code, you've seen it, you'll understand it now. But watch what happens when I slide from the right to the left here. Okay, it puts up this delete button, and if I click it, it automatically deletes that one. And furthermore, notice there's an edit up there in the upper left. When I click that, it puts this little delete guy on every line, and I can just kind of come in here, click it, and I can keep doing this until I hit done, which removes them. Okay, so this is standard type of behavior when you've got an editable table. Let's look at the code and understand how they do that. First of all, inside the view did load, you'll notice a couple things. First of all, you'll see some properties being set. Self.navigation item.left bar button item equals edit button item. So this basically says put this standard edit button up on the left. And over here we have an add button that we create, and notice there's an enum type here of .add. So whenever you're putting an add action up on that nav bar, if you use this .add, it's going to put that standard plus, which is the normal way to add something more to whatever you've got in that collection. Furthermore, notice there's an action or a selector here, insert new object. That's the method that's going to be called whenever that add button is pressed. And it's adding it as the right bar button item. So it's putting that plus up in the right. So if we look at the method, it's right here. Okay, you'll notice it simply takes our model and it inserts a new date object at the beginning. So it puts a new row right at the top, which is exactly what we saw. And then it goes and tells the table view to insert a row as well. Okay, so we got to do two things. We update the model, then we update the view. Now, the edit part comes into play on some of these delegate functions. So down in the bottom, first of all, these three here we've already looked at. We know how those work. But look at these other ones here. There's one here called table view can edit row at index. And it returns, so it gives us a section row, and then it returns a Boolean. And this one's hard-coded to true. So it's saying no matter what row you give me, I'm going to say yes, you can edit it. All right? So if we turn this to false, we wouldn't be able to pull up that delete button when we select on it. So we're turning it on, so you're saying any row here is fair game for editing. We could do this more selectively if we wanted to. And then the actual editing happens in the next function, or the next method. So here's a method, table view commit editing style for row at index, and then we get an index path. And then we say if the editing style is delete, then we remove the objects from our model, and then we delete them from the paths. And notice we even got an animation on there. We say .fade. That's what gives us that nice kind of. All right. So that's all we need to do to turn on that functionality that you see. There's more you can do, but this very basic code sets it up so you can actually go and interactively delete stuff in that column.